Right now at 4 new cases and growing concern in Massachusetts and across the country. Health officials are sounding the alarm before the pandemic spirals once again.
It looked like it needed help, and so that was what I wanted to do, was help the dog.
Surgery for a dog abandoned in Randolph. Hear exclusively from the man who saved the dog's life.
And then an unsettling sight. A man walks right into a home in Northbridge. The only problem is the homeowners have no idea who he is. Hey there, good morning. It is Tuesday, which means that we are one day closer to Friday. Woohoo! Before we get to the end of the week, though, we're going to have to get through some more clouds. What else is new, right? Good morning, everyone. I'm Olessa, in for Latoya this morning.
And I'm Christa Delcamp. We're on this continuous loop here with all of the rain, but maybe, just maybe, we might see the sun today.
I heard Tim mention that maybe there's a slight chance. We forgot what it looks like, Tim.
The sun. We might see the sun today. That was a really interesting shot of Boston there. Kind of spooky with the clouds coming through. Here's a satellite radar image going back about 3 hours. Waking up to thunderstorms in Pittsburgh, flying in that direction, expect a delay. And then you have showers coming through here. It's not as widespread or as heavy as it was 24 hours ago. In a few minutes. Caitlin?
All right, Tim, thank you. You know what? It is a nice start to the morning. Look at this. North of town, no issues here. You're moving right along 495 in the Lowell area, 93. You're going the speed limit. Route 1, nice and clear as well.
All right, Caitlin, thank you so much. Right now, a sign from health officials, not only in the Bay State, but across the country, that we are not out of the woods just yet when it comes to ending this pandemic. The number of cases up 50% in just the last week. And as tourist season ramps up, leaders in the Cape say that they're concerned about what they're seeing.
And the numbers of cases of people in the hospital on the rise, meantime, here in Massachusetts. And there's a warning from one of the vaccine producers that could impact more than 250,000 people as well. It's not nearly what we saw, of course, during the winter, but the numbers of COVID cases here in Massachusetts have been slowly inching up. In fact, we have reached an all-time low during the week of June 20th. Meantime, the FDA is now adding a warning label to the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. This comes after recent reports of some patients getting a rare neurological disorder called Guillain-Barré syndrome. It causes the body's immune system to damage nerve cells and causes things like muscle weakness and in some cases even paralysis. The CDC says they have about 100 preliminary reports of J&J patients developing GBS. Here in Massachusetts, about 281,000 people have received that J&J shot.
And the final mass vaccination site in the state would close its doors later on today.
It's 4:05, and just a heartbreaking story here with police in Randolph looking for the owner of a dog found abandoned and abused. And this morning we're hearing exclusively from the man who found him. Eric Welloth says that he found the Chihuahua mix in a parking lot near Scanlon Drive and High Street, asking you to go ahead and reach out to them.
New details this morning about the lifeguard attacked at Worcester's Bell Pond on the 4th of July.
Now to Florida, where crews continue to search for more bodies at the site of that collapsed condo building in Surfside.
New this morning, a Wellesley woman is taking Airbnb to court. Bizarre story. Yeah. 2 nonprofits are releasing their beach water quality reports, and it turns out that some of our most popular beaches may not be that safe.
All right, time for your first alert weather. And before we toss things over to our meteorologist, Tim Kelley, go ahead and take a look at these images out of Lynn.
First alert weather on NBC10 Boston. Boston's most accurate forecast, certified by Weather Rate.
That was 21 hours ago. Mark Garfinkel always knows where to go when it's pouring rain to find where the streets flood, and those floods go into the combined sewer overflow, and that's what ends up getting on the beach, and that's why some of the beach quality goes down when you have a very rainy month. And then the clouds are still coming in from the east, though, overnight. Tomorrow, getting close to 80. 10-day forecast. I'm going to work on that Saturday, Sunday. I'm going to shrink those lightning bolts. Come back in a few minutes.
And what part of this is a global crisis are we not getting?
Some global health officials are reacting strongly against booster shots. Why they say ending the pandemic starts with getting other countries up to speed first.
All right, if you're looking to get your caffeine fix and save some money, you may want to pass on the coffee. Why experts think your order is going to get a bit more pricey coming up. All right, it's 4:13 on your Tuesday morning, and we're looking at the impact that COVID-19 is still having around the world.
Yeah, that's right. And the World Health Organization has a warning for high-income nations with high vaccination rates. The WHO director noted these rich countries are starting to see the pandemic as not their problem.
Meantime, the president is continuing to tackle gun violence and crime across this country.
And now to the latest on the major shakeup happening at the Trump Organization.
And now to a Cleveland courtroom. Former Nickelodeon star Drake Bell is sentenced to 2 years probation after pleading guilty to child endangerment. Now to the record wildfires and temperatures out west. Let's take a look at Oregon, where crews are dealing with what they're calling the bootleg fire. It's this morning that Nantucket was pretty dry given all of this rain that we've had, Olessa.
Forecast and analyze weather, and it was only 63 degrees. It was cold yesterday afternoon. All right, so this afternoon, not quite as cold. There go the showers. So for the next 3 hours, intermittent showers. And then we have 60s at the coast. The beaches probably not be too crowded today. It's not that heavy, less than a ½ inch. Here's the 10-day forecast looking at Friday back near 90, but showers and thunderstorms return Friday night and off and on for the weekend. More on this next half hour.
All right, a little bit of improvement, I guess, right, Tim? As far as the roads, things are looking good. I want to start south of town. You are seeing no issues. 95, you're moving right along, coming up from Foxborough. Randolph, 24, all green on the map. Same thing with 93. The split in Braintree, no issues either. A nice, easy ride in from Braintree to Boston right now.
All right, Caitlin, thank you so much. Setting sail earlier than planned, a tall ship appearance in Maine canceled after backlash from Native American tribes and some leaders. A replica of the Santa Maria, once involved in Christopher Columbus's first voyage, is docked in Bucksport.
All right, now to Rhode Island, where they are searching for a silent hero. Kendra Cucino was on the back of her fiance's motorcycle last week in Gloucester. She says that's when a driver went through a stop sign and then crashed into them. She's determined to get back to the gym, and as you heard, to her daughter at school as well. Sorry.
All right, just ahead, a job at McDonald's is looking a little bit nicer. The new benefits that they're offering to bring in applications.
And maybe you're a picky eater or you know one. There are some simple tricks to try. Some new taste testing with us next. All right, we're back at 4:23 with a glance at your Tuesday morning money clip.
Yes, your morning coffee. This is important, Chris. That could get a little more expensive in the coming months. I know, it's awful. Brazil, one of the world's largest coffee producers, is experiencing one of its worst droughts in almost a century.
And Subway launching a new menu and giving away free food from 10 till noon. Participating Subway restaurants will give away up to 1 million free subs with the first 50 customers.
Thank goodness. I'm glad it's staying as it is. Tim, what about you? Tuna fish at 4:25 in the morning?
I don't get it. They're giving away 1 million subs, so that must be worth it just to get their name on TV on every newscast in the country, right?
All right, just ahead, COVID is on the rise once again in some areas, and now the FDA has a warning about how one vaccine could affect your brain.
A new plan to curb domestic violence with a little help from your hairstylist. We'll be right back.
It's like around 1 in the morning. Can't believe somebody would do that.
A dog abandoned and abused gets a second chance thanks to 2 strangers, and now police are looking for its former owner.
They're meant for the slaughterhouse, but a woman considers them her pets. This woman defying orders to put down these goats.
And requiring vaccines for guests or asking for money instead of gifts as wedding invitations pile up in our mailboxes. The new nuptial etiquette rules in 2021.
All right, it's 4:30 here on your Tuesday morning. All we want. Wouldn't it be nice to have just one day without rain? Maybe a beach day? Wouldn't that be nice? As we take a live look outside, kind of murky to start things off. And some of you may need the windshield wipers yet again this morning. Despite all that, it's good to have you here. I'm Christa Delcamp.
Happy Tuesday. Good morning, everyone. I'm Olessa in for LaToya. We have Katelyn Flint here with us at the check of the roads. But let's start things off with Tim Kelley. Hey, can we please just get one 85 degree day?
Just a little.
About Sunday. I was at the beach on Sunday. It was really nice. And
yeah, for 15 minutes.
It was kind of a little window there. It was no problem on the roads for me at 2:30, Katelyn.
I'm just listening, and you're saying the sun is going to try to come out. So I think we really have to push for this. You know what? Yeah, same thing as earlier, Tim. Really not a lot of traffic out there. 14 minutes, 495 to 128 on the Mass Pike. So west of town, look at this.
All right, now COVID cases are on the rise across the country. Over the last 7 days, there have been about a 50% increase in cases, according to data from Johns Hopkins.
And now the CDC is adding a new warning to the Johnson & Johnson vaccine as well.
That's right. It's one of the 3 major updates this morning in the fight against COVID.
It's a safe vaccine, but if you happen to fall in these, smaller subgroups, it may be worth it to talk to your doctor.
First, there's an apparent link between the one-shot dose and a very rare nerve condition after the shot.
And second, most vaccinated people who catch the Delta variant are asymptomatic.
And finally, America's health officials still say that we do not need booster shots right now.
All right, your time right now is 4:35. There is a new push to save both men and women from domestic violence, training hairstylists to recognize the signs. Middlesex DA Marion Ryan calling on lawmakers.
A standoff suspect armed with a sword and an accused kidnapper denied bail. These are some more of the headlines that you need to know about today. The accused gunman who shot a moped driver is held without bail.
And police in Everett say a man comes at them brandishing a sword. An officer shoots him. This is an update to breaking news we first told you here about yesterday.
An accused kidnapper does not get a second chance at bail after he allegedly violates house arrest.
All right, can you really require your wedding guests to be fully vaccinated? Should you ask your guests maybe to wear a certain color? Okay, the year 2021 has brought us a whole new list of wedding etiquette debacles, apparently. So Katelyn Flint with a list of do's and don'ts, according to some wedding guests and couples here, Katelyn.
YouGov.com surveyed around 1,300 people, and when asked about inviting guests in the age of COVID,
alcohol and music, the two most important things when it comes to a wedding. And food.
So much to keep track of.
First Alert Weather on NBC10 Boston. Boston's most accurate forecast, certified by Weather Rate.
That's a tease. We got to wait months for that one to open? Oh, well. Mark your calendar. Coffee weather this morning, I don't know. People can go either way. I'm never a nice coffee guy. Even on the hottest day, my coffee is hot. And the sun may break through. We'll talk more about it in a few minutes.
All right, Tim, thanks. We all know watching TV before bed can be a bad habit, but researchers say it's not only disrupting your sleep schedule, it could be keeping you from losing weight as well.
Hey, turns out being in the friend zone, maybe not such a bad thing. Why more singles are dating their friends than strangers that they meet on apps.
All right, we're back at 4:44 this morning. A new study suggesting that exposure to lead during childhood may affect your personality later in life.
Okay, limiting the amount of blue light that you get before bed could help your metabolism. Let's talk about that forecast because that is having a negative impact on me and my physical health.
You mean that dark cloud that's hanging over our heads right now?
For the last 2 weeks? Yeah.
Right.
Not you, Tim Kelley.
How would you like some blue sky?
Yes,
That'd be
please.
great.
That'll wake you up. Keep you awake. Most of that's going to come in showers this morning. Here's the 10-day forecast.
better than your 10-day, I think, Tim. You know what? We're looking good in pretty much every direction this morning.
You community as well. All right, coming up, smash hitters at the MLB's Home Run Derby, the long balls that made history coming up.
And today, the Emmy nominations are on their way. We're going to tell you which shows are looking to rack up some awards.
All right, baseball is on break, and it felt like the first half of the season flew by. And despite the Red Sox not finishing strong, they deserve to have 5 guys in today's All-Star game. All right, there's a look at sports. I'm Roland Martinez. Have a great day, everyone. Back to you.
And grateful, right?
Yes.
We are able to get up and get dressed and go to work, and some of us are on vacation wondering what's going to happen at the beach. Well, this is a cloud that stretches from Maine to Connecticut. Underneath that cloud, the air is coming in lightly from the east. There's not a lot of wind. You're going boating. You got a compass. You got a radar. You're not going to get lost in the fog, right? The fog isn't that dense. You putting on sunscreen, regardless of how much clouds you should put on sunscreen, because look, there's some sun today. The sun's going to come out a little bit through the clouds today. Here's our 10-day forecast. The temperature's on the way up. Tomorrow close to 80, and then Thursday and Friday, summer is back for a couple days.
All right, well, we'll take it. I mean, at least a couple of
Not like we have a choice.
No, exactly. All right, coming up today, we're going to learn about who's in the running for the top TV of this past year. And we've been watching a lot of TV this year.
Yes, a lot of us have. The Emmys are announcing their nominees, and some big heavy hitters want a shot at the top categories, including NBC's own This Is Us, hoping to snag an Emmy for Best Drama. Expect to see The Crown come away with the most nominations. Mayor of Easttown could be up for Best Limited Series, and Apple TV's Ted Lasso looking for awards in comedy and in acting.
Coming up next at 5.
With all the tourists' new COVID concerns here on the Cape.
A dog here in Randolph found abandoned and abused. Find out who came to his rescue and what will happen to him now. That story coming up.